Hi everyone, welcome to our new session. Today we are going to discuss about new financial year creation for 2025 to 2026. So we are doing regular these sessions every year during the end of financial year. So now this is the time when we can just start how learn how to create a new financial year with the Mark ERP. We'll continue with some important points and then we'll continue with the steps and then I'll take you to the live demo on the Mark ERP software that how we can do this. So first of all, we'll talk about the precautions we need to take before we start creating the financial year. The very first precaution we need to take is the backup. So we need to take the backup of the current financial year 2024 to 2025 so that in case if there is any failure in the data transfer or there is any failure in the financial year creation, so we have one safe copy with us so that to recover from that. Whenever we are creating new financial year, we have to make sure that if we are using multiple nodes, like we are using our Mark ERP software on some server or a main computer, we need to do this creation on the main server or system. So we cannot create a new financial year on the client system, but we need to make sure that we are doing this on the main system or the server system. Third thing, we need to make sure that all the clients are off. So we need to shut down all the clients before we start creating financial year. This is a very crucial step when we are shifting from the old financial year to new financial year. So we have to make sure that our all clients are closed so that there is no interruption in the financial year creation and is done very smoothly. Close the server file. So we all know that whenever we are using Mark, there is one server file running in the background. So what we need to do is to close that server file before we start creating financial year, because server file is actually doing the real time scenario. So it is scanning the documents, it is uploading or downloading the documents, or it is doing the updations. So we need to make sure that whatever data we are doing the changes financial year, all the server files are not getting updated. So we'll close the server file. Whenever the new financial year is created, it takes some time to create the financial year and to load the data from old financial year to new financial year. During that time, we will not shut down the computer or disconnect the computer from power. We'll make sure that system is having the proper power source and it is not interrupted by closing the application or the software. Now we will talk about some important points we need to make sure during the financial year creation. The very first thing that all the challan will stay either in the new year or the old year. Okay. After carrying challan in new year, if customer deletes 2025 and 2026 year, so in any case, if you are doing this thing, then in that case, the new financial year it won't come. So make sure that if you are doing challan transfer from old financial year to new financial year, we cannot just have those financial challans back in the year. So it will be in the 2025 to 2026 financial year. And in some case, if we delete that new financial year, we will not have the challan back in the stock. So make sure that if you're doing transfer of the challan from one year to second year, you should not delete that new financial year. Challan will come to new financial year and will be removed from the last financial year, as we discussed in the last point. If you are shifting your all the challans from last year to new year, then it will be removed from the last year. So it can only be on one place, either on the last year or in the new year. So make sure that whenever you are doing this challan carry to the new year, then it will not be available in the last year. PO will be shown only in the last financial year, but in purchase it will pop up. So what does mean? It means all the PO which was created in the last financial year will remain in the last financial year. But whenever you are creating any purchase bill for that particular leisure or party, it will pop up. So if there is any PO which was created in the name of XYZ, whenever you are creating purchase for XYZ, it will pop up. So you will see the pop-up but not the PO in the new year. So PO, if you want to see the PO, you need to go to back the old year, old financial year, and but it can be created, it can be purchased in the new financial year also. So you will get the pop-up for that. PDC will be shown in both. So PDC you will see in the both old financial year and in the new financial year. To see the last year ledger details, you have to use the Alt F1. Go to that ledger and press Alt F1 to see the last year details. We can also ban users to open the last financial year. So if you want that your user should not access the last financial year data, you can easily do that by just going to the password and power operator. Select the operator which you want to ban from the last financial year access. So just search for the last year, and then in the last year ban you can just keep it saved. So select the drop down last year ban and save the entry. By doing this, your particular user will not have the access of the last financial year. They will not be able to access the last financial year. It can be reversed also. So in case you want to give the access, you can just go back to the same place and you can just select no, and then you can just have the access of that for last financial year. We can restrict user to edit the last financial year. So if you want your user to access the last financial year but they cannot do any changes to the last financial year, that can also be done by just simply going to the same location and selecting no. In this case, they will be able to access the last financial year but they cannot make any changes to the last financial year. If you want to transfer the profit in the capital account, then just simply you have to go to account, voucher, journal, and pass the following entry like profit and loss account debit to the capital account credit, and it can be done easily. The very important point, that carry balance to forward your any transaction that is made after getting the financial year is possible. So what you need to do, go to reports, management reports, utility, and carry balance option will help you to do so. Now we will see how to create new financial year. We have seen that what all precautions we need to take. Now we have seen that what are the important points we need to make sure before doing the new financial year creation. Now this is the time to create a new financial year. So the very first step is go to the company list. So you can just go to the list of company. If you're in the software, press Alt X to visit the list of companies, and now you can simply press F8 or enter on the company for which you want to create the financial year. You will see this option. This box will come up. Usually we go to mark gateway to enter the dashboard, but this time we need to create the new financial year. So we will choose the option new financial year. We'll click on this and you will see this window. It will automatically pick the next financial year which you already are using. It will just create the next financial year for that. So we all know that if you are working in 2024 to 2025 financial year, then it will create the next is 2025 to 2026 financial year. We will accept this. If you want a tutorial video, you can watch this video before creating the financial year, or if you want a image and text format solution, then you can just visit the help tutorial. Otherwise we can just click on accept, and it will show us the precaution warning that if you create this thing, it will just going to create a new financial year. We will select yes. As soon as we put yes, it will just start with the all the progress bars, and before that we need to select some options which is like challan transfer. So if you want to do the challan transfer, simply transfer sales challan, you will make the yes. So this is all as per your requirements, how you want to do the transfer of the pending from the last year's purchase, sale, or any pending records. So you will choose accordingly as per your requirement. After doing the selection, you will click on yes. After doing selecting yes, you will see that this is the process going on. It is just creating a new financial year with the data transferring to the next year. So this is the place where we need to make sure that we are not interrupting our systems or closing the system, or there should not be any power loss, and we should not close the marks of fair anyhow in between this process. So this is a crucial process. It is just creating a new financial year. We should not interrupt here. We will wait for some time. It depends upon the customer data, how much data you have. So according to your data, it will take some time. Once it is completed, you will see this message that that it is done successfully, and you can just simply close this. So we click on close, Now your financial is ready to use. So you can simply click on the same company. You can press on enter or F8 on the company, and then you will click on mark gateway. Now this time you will see two financial years. The previous financial year is showing below, that is how 2024 to 25, and now we can see the new creation of 2025 to 2026 financial year. Now we will enter the new financial year, so we'll just choose the new financial year, which is 25 to 26. Press enter, and now you are ready to use. So this is all we have seen on the presentation. Now we'll go to the actual software and we'll see how we can do this. So this is our software, and we have to do all the creation here only, but we will take the precaution step. The very first step is make sure that there should not be power loss. So I have kept my PC on the charger. Other than that, you should close all the node system. If there is any client system connected, you have to shut down. So I don't have any system connected to my this Mark software, so I'm okay with it. Third step is close the server file running in the background. So let me check if I have server file. Yes, so we can see that there is one server file running in the background. We will close this. Now we can press Alt X to visit the list of company pages. We're pressing Alt X. You can see this is my company for which I am going to show you the demo. New financial year. I can press enter or I can press F8. Both are okay with me, so I'll press enter. You can see the option of new financial year, but before creating new financial year, we need to take the backup of the financial year. So we'll go to backup. This you can see this is the old financial. Currently I am working on this financial year, so I'll take the backup. Enter. So this is my location where I'm taking the backup. You can see the backup is done, backup up to, and you can see the time when I took the backup. Now I'll go back and I'll choose the option new financial year. Here it is giving me one attention, so it is saying the few challans are pending. Please create invoice checklist through. So I'll do it later. First of all, I'll press enter. You can see that new financial year is showing like 2025 to 26. Now we'll click on accept button. It is giving me a simple notification that you are going to create this new financial year. Shall I proceed? So I'll say yes, please. Now you can see the options we are going to choose according to your requirement. Right now I'm choosing that I want to transfer my sale challans to the next year, which means all the challans which has been shifted to the next year, like the new financial year, it will not be available in the last year. So it can remain only on one place, either on the last year or on the next year. So I'm just transferring my challan from last year to the next coming financial year. Yes, and then accordingly you can choose yours. I am just choosing one. Then I click on yes. You can see the process. So I don't have much data, so it is taking less time, but in your case it maybe the data is big, so it will take some time. So don't worry, you have to wait patiently, and once it is completed, just simply click on OK to this message, and now you can see that the company is back to the list of company page, and it is asking me to enter the mark gateway. When I press enter on this, now you can see that there is new financial year created here, and now I can just simply log into this financial year. I will click enter on this, and now the server file will run. Okay, I'll go back to my software and I'll come home. You can see that my new financial is ready to use. You can see 2025 to 2026, and I can use it right now. But if there is anything pending, if I want to carry the balance from the last year, it can be done. So before doing so, I'll let you check one thing. I'll press Alt X. I'll go to my old financial year, and I'll press Alt L. So I have few ledgers with me, so just to show you that the balance has been transferred. So simply you can see that Dinesh and Devesh, these two are my parties for whom I'm having the balance, and you can see that in next financial year it is showing. Okay, so enter. I'm entering the new financial year. Alt L. See, The balance has been transferred to the next financial year. If it is done, well and good. If you want to do the carry balance option, just go to reports. So this is alt R, going to management report, utility, and the carry balance option. Here press this option and just simply do. So just giving you the option, carry from the last year, no, yes, cancel this year. So I'll do yes, just carry from the last year. Do this. Now you can see the same option is showing again, which we have done already before. So if you have not done before, you can do it again from here, but if you have done it, then there is no need to do so. But still you want to do some other things to the new year, just select other options and just do the save part. So I don't have anything to do the carry forward, so simply it will not ask me that whether I want to do so or not, but I have done this again just to show you. See, so this is all how you will create the financial year. It is not that difficult to manage or to create the new financial year. All you need is to understand the basic thing, and you have to take the precautions. In case of any challenge, any problem, any difficulty, please feel free to connect with our team, support team. They are going to help you with the financial year creation. Is there any question, any doubt you have in your mind, you can simply ask to our team. They are going to answer it all. Thank you so much for joining the session. Hope so. The last financial year was great for you guys, and then best wishes for the next financial year. Thank you so much for joining the session. Bye bye. Take care. We'll see you in the next session. Bye bye.